Greetings, salutations, respect, and love. I am Scott, and you are in the Prog Corner, where today we're going to keep looking at my vinyl. And I'm doing J's and K's today, but oh man, I got way too many of them. I got like 100 albums to show, so I'm not going to waste any time here. We're going to do the J's and the K's, and I'm starting with JPL, Jean-Pierre Louboutin, Sapiens Volume 1. Genius, absolute genius, 10 out of 10. The second Sapiens album, oh yeah, Sapiens Part 2, real good. And then, of course, the Part 3 from JPL. What a great trilogy. One of the best trilogies of all time. Oh yeah, now I'm thinking about doing an episode about this guy. I love me some Joe Jackson. Got Look Sharp. I'm the Man. Beat Crazy. I love it. I love Joe Jackson. He's awesome. Yeah, Jump and Jive. Day and Night. Night and Day. Body and Soul. And Big World. Yeah, just dynamite. What a great artist. Love Joe Jackson. I'm wearing my Versa shirt today, by the way. Thank you, Matthew, for sending that to me. Michael Jackson Thriller. Yeah, I want Bad and I want Off the Wall. I only have Thriller. Jade Warrior. I've only got Waves. I need to get all their early stuff, all the island stuff, just fantastic. The Jags, cool power pop band. I Got Your Number written on the back of my hand. The Jam. Oh, I want all the jams. I only have Setting Suns, but I need the other 5. Great band. Jane's Addiction, Ritual de l'Habitual. This is their prog masterpiece, particularly side 2. Japan. Oh, I love me some Japan. Oh, so good. Gentlemen Take Polaroids. Quiet Life. Oh, and the Mighty Tin Drum. Just so good, man. Unbelievable stuff. How about some Jean-Michel Jarre, Oxygene? Yes, what a great album cover. What a great album. Okay, next up, Jefferson Airplane, The Worst Of. You know, instead of getting all the various surrealistic Pillow and Volunteers, I went with the Greatest Hits album. Here's one that I used to hear blasting all the time out of my sister's bedroom. It's Jefferson Starship, Red Octopus. Good album. I like it. Brings me back to my childhood. Now we're getting into the Tull, Jethro Tull. This was Stand Up. I don't have the woodcut. Got a cheap copy. Benefit. What's next? Aqualung, probably, right? Yeah, you know the order. Aqualung. Followed by the Mighty Thick as a Brick. And then the double compilation, Living in the Past. Awesome. Oh, yeah. A Passion Play. I love this record so much. War Child. Good album. Minstrel in the Gallery, an even better album. They took a little dip with the Too Old to Rock and Roll, but I still like it a lot. They certainly righted the ship on the next 3 albums, though, didn't they? Songs from the Wood, Heavy Horses, and to complete the folk trilogy, you got Stormwatch. But before that came out, the live album was dropped. So that's out of order. Let me put that back in order. Okay. And then this was supposed to be a solo album. Just fantastic. Phenomenal album. Eddie Jobson, always a good thing. Oh, the much derided, the much hated Under Wraps. I love it. I don't care what you say. Broadsword and the Beast. Good record, man. Awesome. Good artwork. Good album. Crest of the Knave. Won a Grammy for that. Rock Island. And I need to get the rest. That's where I stop with Jethro Tull. So I got a few more I need to get. Eddie Jobson, we just talked about him. Being a one-time member of Jethro Tull. Oh, one of my guilty pleasures is this guy here, Billy Joel, and the fact that he's a Yes fan doesn't hurt. Piano Man. The Stranger. 52nd Street. Glass Houses, An Innocent Man, which I think came out after Nylon Curtain, so I think I got those in the wrong order. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. Not a big Elton John fan, but you gotta have Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Everybody needs it. Side 1 is pretty much perfect. John and Vangelis, I need to get his other ones. their other ones. I've only got this one. Ricky Lee Jones, her debut. Like her. I got it for $1, so what can I say? Joio. Oh, I love me some Joio. This is their first album, a compilation of their first 2 cassettes and another cassette they did with another band. Split cassette type of action. Let me rearrange here. I got so much vinyl here. Oh, the first real album by Joio. Oh, man, these guys are so good. Album, I can't pronounce his name, Nataflin or something like that. Probably their best album. Pastorial, what is this? Pastoriala. Great artwork, great band, great album. And their most recent one, Salaget. So good. I love me some Joio. Okay, we're, let me move over some more. Oh, lordy, there's a lot of vinyl here. Anyway, you got Journey's first album. Probably their best album, but I like Journey. I like the early fusion stuff, and I like the AOR stuff. I need to get the second album. I need to get the third album. I need Infinity. I need Departure. I also have Escape. Got it for a 10 spot. Haven't opened it up yet. Joy Division's first album. Everybody's got the t-shirt, but nobody's got the album. And their second album, Closer. Fantastic. And to round out the J's, how about a little Judas Priest, Sin After Sin. I need Stained Class. I don't have it, but I do have my favorite, obviously. Killing Machine, Hellbent for Leather, whatever you want to call it. And that is the J's. Now here we go with the K's, man. We're starting with Kaipa, Notes from the Past. I need to get their first 3 albums. They reissued those 70s albums recently, and I definitely need them. Vitjar. And then I've got Satig. And Children of the Sounds. Great album. Erzkog came next. And then the new one, Summer Grinning Sluice. Oh, so good. So good. Probably be a factor at the end of the year, that one for sure. And then Roy Stalt did a little thing called Kaipa de Capo. Oh, so good. All in Swedish, Michael Stoltz singing. Okay, then we got Anthony Kalugian, Marshmallow, Moondust, the great Ukrainian artist, Anthony Kalugian. He's starting to drop his stuff on vinyl, so I got some catching up to do. Kansas, let's do some Kansas, the debut. Oh yeah, one of my favorite albums of all time. The sophomore album, so good, Song for America. And then of course, Mask, the underrated Mask. Nobody talks about it because it came out right before their big breakthrough, which was, of course, Leftoverture. They followed that up with another great one, Point of No Return. Then they came out with a live album, 2 for the Show. And then came Monolith. I love Monolith. I just do. It's just a great little record. There's something about Monolith I've always really loved. When I saw them in 79, they played the whole album. It was great. Audio Visions. I didn't like it back in 1980, but man, oh man, here we are 45 years later, and I dig this album. Can't say the same thing about Vinyl Confessions. It's all right. But things will get way worse with the next one. Drastic Measures. Just not a good album. Don't like it. Steve Walsh comes back and they do Power. So I do need, In the Spirit of Things, Freaks of Nature, and From Somewhere to Elsewhere. But I got the 2 new ones, The Prelude, Implicit. Dynamite album. And the most recent one, which is called The Absence of Presence. I couldn't remember there for a second. Capricar's Constant, man. If you're a big Train fan, you need Capricar's Constant. David and Dory Jackson, Nick Jefferson. Oh, so good. I need their first 2 albums. I really do. Here we go. Here's Carphagen, more Anthony Kalugian. This is Passage to the Forest of Mysterious. Yeah, Carphagen, Anthony Kalugian. He can do no wrong, man. Maybe he can. He maybe needs to slow down. You know, maybe if he only put 1 album out a year, you know, they'd be a little bit better. But they're all great. I love him. Okay, we got a little Kayak. Kayak 2. I need See the Sun. I don't have it yet. I need that. But here's Kayak 2. Royal Bed Bouncer. Probably my favorite Kayak album. This is the American version of Starlight Dancer, which is the best thing they ever did. It's actually like a greatest hits album because it's got like the best songs from Starlight Dancer, the best songs from the Final Encore, a B-side, an alternate version, just awesome. From Japan, Kenzo. Oh, I love me some Kenzo. Can't pronounce it, but this is just a great album. Yumi no Oka. Oh, so good. They got a brand new one out. No one told me about it. How come no one told me that Kenzo had a new album out? How about Killers? I got Hot Fuss. I got Sam's Town. Yeah, my wife is a fan. I like them too. They're decent. Not bad at all. Oh, you know what's coming next, boys and girls. This is the Prog Corner. Got some King Crimson for you. The great debut. In the Wake of Poseidon. Lizard. 2 versions of Islands, because one wasn't good enough. You got this version, and you got this version, right? They're both terrible album covers, actually, so doesn't really make much difference. One of the greatest albums of all time, Lark's Tongues and Aspic. Absolutely. Starless and Bible Black. Oh, such a great record. So underrated, man. So underrated. Red. Absolutely. Then we get to Discipline. You know, Beat's playing all this stuff. They're playing Discipline, Beat, and 3 of a Perfect Pair, the 80s King Crimson records. Then we got Thrack. The last one with Bill Bruford. The Reconstruction of Light, because the construction of Light was terrible. So they redid it, you know, and it's way better. And finally, The Power to Believe. Nice. Yeah, good record. We only got a few more to go here, kiddies, so let's do this thing. Let's wrap it up in style, shall we? How about some Clay 2 for my Canadian friends out there? Yeah, their debut album, just dynamite. And then there's this one here, their second album, real good. Straight out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, we got Kimono and Mind Out of Mind. Fantastic band, just signed to Apollon Records. A Minnesota band signed to a Norwegian label. Sure, why not? The Knack. I love The Knack. Their first 2 albums are amazing. Particularly the debut, Get the Knack So Good. And we got But the Little Girls Understand. I like that one too, but the first one's just amazing. Kavis Tarobi and Knife World. Oh, man, Bottled Out of Eden. This album is so good, man. It's awesome. I love it. And finally, the last thing I got in the case is Kraftwerk. The only Kraftwerk I've got is Audubon, but I need all the rest of them. Computer World and Trans Europe Express, or all of those, man. I want them all. I love Kraftwerk. Anyway, those are my J's and K's, boys and girls. So let's bust out some snakes and have a good old time. The snake dancing ain't dead yet. I'll see you guys Sunday. You know what we're doing Sunday? Sunday, we're looking at 1971. 4 albums from 1971. We're going to rank them. We're going to review them. We're going to talk about them. Of course, it's Fragile. It's Tarkus. It's Nursery Crime. And what's the 4th one? It's Aqualung. Of course it's Aqualung. The 4 best albums from 1971. Well, the Yes album came out in 71, but we're going to be focusing on Fragile. So that's Sunday, 11 o'clock Eastern, live. Be there. Aloha.